What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I posted on Instagram and TikTok my biases for the day, what I'm going to be trading on, and the setups. We did take one trade on gold and I took a loss, unfortunately, but I think from this loss there will be more good than bad to come from it, because I added some new notes to the strategy and I have some things to go over. So without further ado, let's get straight into the Bible verse of the day. Alright, so we have Joshua 1 verse 9, which says, "This is my command, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." So let me quickly show you guys on MetaTrader here where we took the trade. Let me take off this auto scroll and go back a bit on XAUUSD. Okay, where are we? What time are we? 27th of Feb or 2nd of March. Today's the 3rd of March. Oh bro, where's the thing? Alright, so I just realized I wasn't showing you guys the screen, so here it is real quick. As you can see, we longed over here and we hit our stop loss, which was right under here, right on this candle right here, and price continued going down. So this was a really bad trade. As you can see, $11.8 loss. We are currently at $564. I think we started with $595. I swear it was $585 though. I don't exactly remember. But let me show you guys on the charts real quick. So on the 30-minute time frame, we marked out Asia session highs and lows right here. Here's the high and here are the lows. 4 hour, I had a bullish bias. Okay, fair enough, man. Like, look, it's going up, it's an uptrend. However, this was wrong. One of the reasons was, as you can see here, the Fib 79% retracement level got hit right over here, and we had a very bearish reaction off of that, coming retracing down to these order blocks or whatever you want to call this consolidation back here. So let's scale down to the 5-minute and show you guys my entry. So I waited for a 5-minute break of structure, which we got on this candle, and an inverse fair value gap. However, let me just go over the trade real quick and then I'll tell you the new rule I added because of this trade. Alright, so 2.02% loss. The 4 hour had a bullish structure with a bearish order flow, and the 30-minute was bearish. So this was a bad trade. We longed in a bearish setup. Asia lows were broken and retested. Look at the new rule. I actually have many new rules. We entered on an inverse fair value gap and a 5-minute break of structure. I got my bias wrong as well. Should have traded with the 4 hour trend based off of the equilibrium. No, based off of Fib 79% level. So let me show you guys my new rule that I added. Up here somewhere it says here, don't long if a short setup presents itself. For example, don't sell if Asia highs are broken and retested, and it goes the other way around. So don't buy if Asia lows are broken and retested. I also added another note, but let me just explain that first one in detail. So my strategy works based on, if I have a bullish bias, I wait for these lows to be interacted with, then I wait for the 5-minute confirmation to the upside. And the same if I have a bearish bias and the highs are interacted with. Alternatively, if I have a bearish bias, I can wait for these lows to be broken and retested and then see a 5-minute confirmation to enter short. However, this new rule says, if this scenario happens where the lows are broken and retested, don't long. Like, that should really be obvious. It's a bearish setup. It's a setup for a short. We shouldn't be longing. Let's get into the next rule. I want to catch an entry when price shows strong signs of moving in that direction. I want to see high volume, confluences, structure, trend, etc. I don't want to guess off of a setup. I need strong lower time frame confirmations with a strong high time frame bias. I want to trade with the trend and not against it on both the 4-hour and 5-minute. The 4-hour acts as our bias and the 5-minute acts as our confirmation. So let's see the images real quick. As you guys can see, this huge bullish move. Oh shucks. Okay guys, I'll be right back. I have to plug in my computer. What's up guys? I just had to move back inside to plug my laptop in, otherwise it would have gone flat. But as I was saying, this strong 5-minute bullish candle is a 5-minute. What I mean by when I say we need 5-minute confirmation including volume, we want to see big candles, high confluences, and a change of structure and trend. As you can see, there's a break of structure on this candle. This is a nice big candle, and if we saw a 5-minute confluence, that's a good way to enter. And the highs are broken and retested, as you can see on this candle. It respects the highs, and then price wicks up really high into our take profit. I also added some more rules that said trade with confidence that you are profitable. The Lord will guide the trades. And I added an important note that says remove emotion from the charts. Being depressed after a loss or happy after a win is bad signs. Don't have emotions. Also, don't only buy short when the market is bearish. That's pretty obvious. As you can see, I've only taken longs. I haven't shorted at all, and I think that's probably a reason for a few trades. As you can see here, longed in a bearish setup, maybe one or two more. Look, got biased wrong. They retraced in a bearish direction. Should have shorted. So I don't know why I've only been buying, but that's not good. So let's get straight into our back testing. We took 4 back testing trades as well today, 4 wins and 1 live loss on gold. So let's go straight into the back testing. Our first trade was a 0.93% small little win. The 4-hour had a bearish structure with bullish order flow. We shorted. The 30-minute was also bullish. I said this was a good trade, good bias, and a good entry. We entered on a 5-minute break of structure and an inverse fair value gap. We take profit and then stop loss at break even. And as you can see, I forgot to take a screenshot. But here's the next trade, which was gold in the New York session. That first one was gold in the London session. So gold in the New York session, we also shorted 0.87% profit. The 4-hour had a bearish structure. 30-minute was bearish. Said this was a good trade, good setup following our strategy. Instead of feelings and emotions, we followed our strategy rather than emotions, and the trend, as well as lower time frame confirmation. We entered on a 5-minute break of structure and a fair value gap. And here was the New York session trade on gold. As you can see, here were the lows, and we shorted off of them being retested, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The next one is GBP JPY London session. A win. It was a 1% win. The 4-hour had a bearish structure with a bullish order flow. 30-minute had a bearish structure with a bullish order flow as well, and we shorted. I said this was a good trade. We sniped a short 5-minute break of structure, fair value gap. Oh, we sniped a short. We entered on a 5-minute break of structure and a fair value gap. The price was super volatile. We had take profit 1, then stop loss at break even in 2 candles. So here's the trade. As you can see right here, we had take profit 1, and then the next candle straight into our stop loss at break even. Maybe even on 1 candle. But yeah, there was the trade. On our final trade was another win. As you can see here, we take profit 1 in the New York session on GBP JPY. That says we took a long. It was a 2.73% win, a bit bigger. The 4-hour was bullish. 30-minute had a bullish order flow with bearish structure. Said this was a very good trade. We had a strong thesis, and take profit 1 was at a 1 to 1 0.5 risk to reward ratio. We had take profit 1 and then stop loss, which was in profit. We had a good bias and we followed the trend and waited patiently for the 5-minute to show signs of our bias, and we entered on a 5-minute break of structure and a fair value gap. So those are all the trades of the day. Thank you guys for watching. Here's the final trade. As you can see, it broke and retested, so we followed the rule and we didn't long. I think we would have been swept because the short setup presented itself. That means we don't long, so we waited like probably in real time 2 hours or hour and a half. We waited for the the lows to be broken and retested to the upside because they were violated to the downside previously, and then we took a long, and eventually towards the end of the session, just before New York session closed, we hit take profit 1, and then later on in Asia session we trailed our stop loss a bit and we hit stop loss, which was also in profit. So thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube, and I'm also going to be making a video on all of my trading notes and my trading strategies soon, so make sure to stay tuned to that. Keep your post notifications on, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.